Hello Hoopers, today I'll be teaching you something called the helicopter duck-in. Two prerequisite moves to learn this one are floating, which is taught by me, and the duck-in, which is taught by Sapphire. Both these tutorials you can find here on Home of Koi. Now, what this looks like is this. How this is done is you are going to be here in your floating position, and then you're going to go in for your duck-in. However, instead of just letting it go over you the first time around, you're going to delay it a bit. So how this is done is you're going to keep holding on to your hoop with a light grip so that as it comes around behind you, right about here, your hand will slide underneath it. So your hand goes from this outside grip position to the inside grip position. From there, as your hoop keeps continuing to come around, you're going to straighten out these four fingers so that they're out of the way, and your hoop is resting on your palm, and you're going to straighten out this thumb to give your hoop something to rotate around. And then your thumb becomes the axis of what your hoop is moving on. So, as you're doing this, and you go in for your duck-in, your hand's going to rotate itself underneath. See how it does that? And you're going to open up your hand. Once you do that, your hoop will continue to go around and spin itself around your thumb. So make sure that you keep that thumb up nice and straight. Then, when you're ready to come back up into it, just like in the duck-in, you look for that open space above you and come back up. Like that. So, some tips for this move are A, to keep that thumb nice and straight and your other fingers out of the way. Second of all, get some momentum up while you're in your floating, because the faster you get this going, then the faster your hoop will go when it's above you, and the more momentum it will have to carry itself, so you don't have to shove it around so much. So the faster it's going, the more it'll support itself and the easier it will be for you. Now, something else, if you don't have enough momentum, you can actually push your hoop around with your hand by moving your hand around. See how you kind of push it by moving my hand? This will help keep your hoop moving. So make sure you just kind of get that pushing movement going. It's the same thing as when you push it with your waist or with your chest or anything else. It's that same basic move, only with your hands. So you just want to kind of push it around, keep that momentum going if you don't get enough in your floating. And plus that way, you can pretty much sustain this move for as little or as long as you want. So you can just go for 1 or 2, or you can go pretty much indefinitely. So, that is called the helicopter duck-in.